From the cholera outbreak to the COVID-19 pandemic, history of infectious diseases throughout our country is unfolding inside the Museum of Early Trades and Crafts in Madison, New Jersey.
Smallpox, yellow fever, cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, and then of course the 1918-1919 flu pandemic and then COVID. Every single one of those is interconnected somehow and affected Americans in the same specific way.
The museum began working on the exhibit last year, focusing on how epidemics, pandemics, and diseases have affected New Jersey. And then the unexpected happened, the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're really fortunate that we were able to create this so that people can come and actually look at some of these artifacts and objects and learn about what people were like, 200 years ago, and that we really aren't so very different than people today.
The exhibit, Cholera to COVID-19, displays resources, medical tools, and techniques on how doctors treated and diagnosed patients dating back to the 1700s to today, which museum curator Shelley Cathcart says these findings all come full circle.
Everyone was affected by this, and it's impacted them, and so I want everyone to know, hey, somebody who was infected with smallpox or something that was going on in, Washington's camp in the Revolutionary War, that was affecting them in a very similar way that COVID is affecting you today.
Also featured, the personal diary entries recalling experiences living during the cholera outbreak.
Even though it's a different avenue through a letter or a diary, you're still expressing your feelings and how you feel. And somebody, an historian, 50 years from now is going to say, oh my gosh, that's exactly how somebody was dealing with the yellow fever epidemic in Philadelphia in 1793.
Museum officials say the main goal of this exhibit is to show evidence that we can get through this pandemic.
Americans are resilient. We have been through this, through epidemics, through pandemics, through the unknown many times before. And this exhibit will inform them that historically that we've been through this, we can make it through.
A Share Your Story project highlighting stories from people living through the COVID-19 pandemic will be held in the museum archives. In Madison, Heather Fordham, New Jersey News Network.